What is the best type of real estate you should be investing in here in 2021? All right, guys, let's get right into this. What type of real estate should you be investing in 2021? Well, what are the concerns? Well, I'll tell you, in 2021, the concern I have is the concern I've been having for quite some time, and that's the market's at the highest level it's ever been in the history of most places. Now, you'll find it pretty high almost anywhere that you're going, and so the question I really have on my mind is, how much higher can it really go, and when is that bubble actually going to burst? Well, a couple of things we have to take into consideration right now. The real estate market is simply supply and demand. It's how many properties are available versus how many people actually want to purchase these properties. You see, and the fewer properties that are available and the more people that want to buy them is what drives prices up. The other thing that drives prices up is this interest rates. You see, the lower the interest rate, the more buying power a person has, and that encourages more people to actually be out there buying, and also has them say, well, I could go up a little bit more in the price because it's not going to cost me that much more monthly in my monthly payments. You see, when people are shopping for properties, they're typically shopping payment. They're saying, what can I afford, and what am I willing to pay each month? What is that purchase price? And based upon what that purchase price is what I'm going to go out there and shop for. Now, when I go out there onto the market, I'm saying to myself, well, what is available in this price range? And if there's not the things that I want to in this price range, maybe I go up a little in the price range, or maybe I compete with some other properties. Now, right now, one of the things that we're seeing constantly is this competition, multiple offer competitions, where you've got people saying, I'll pay more than asking price, I'll pay more than appraisal, I'll put more money, I'll make my money non-refundable. You're seeing concessions made by buyers at levels that we haven't seen before in the last 20 plus years I've been involved in real estate. I haven't seen these types of concessions ever. So here's what's interesting. A lot of people are concerned about the real estate bubble bursting, and one of the things that I've been concerned about for a long time is prices being too high. I'll give you an example. Just 3 years ago, my mom purchased a condo as an investment. My wife, who was a real estate broker and helping her out, said we should buy one too, thinking it would be a great investment. My biggest concern with that is that the market was at the height. Like, I'm saying, hey, I think the market's going to crash at some point. We're going to be disappointed. Well, since that time, that condo has gone up about 40%, and rents have gone up like 40% as well. And so we're seeing a huge increase in the value of the property, and we're seeing a big increase in rents. That's been a concern because I was too worried about the market not hitting, being at the peak of the market right now. So, and I have the same similar concerns right now. But when you look at some of the fundamentals from the economists, we're seeing steady job growth. We're seeing a lot of people that are at work, and the unemployment is super, super low. The other thing that we're seeing with all of this is the demand is just not going away right now. One of the big things you've got to take into consideration here is this whole idea of banks that are doing a better job than they have done in the past. You see, after the 2008 real estate fiasco, the real estate crisis, what happened is the government came in and started introducing what are called stress tests. And these stress tests are done to make sure the bank can take a load of REOs similar to what they saw in 2008. And if the bank can't accept that load, then they can't continue to lend or borrow from the Federal Reserve. One of the things we're seeing recently is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are starting to buy less paper for investment properties than they were in the past. This is very significant and something to take into consideration because they want to make sure that their stress test doesn't get too high and inhibit their ability. So with all this information, the question just really is, what is the best investments that I should be doing right now? And my opinion is short-term investments. You see, if the market goes up and the market goes down, that's okay as long as we're investing in short-term type things. In most cases, the market just doesn't fall all of a sudden when we're talking about real estate. Now, it may happen with stocks where it's up, down, that type of stuff, but we typically see more gradual declines and gradual inclines is basically what we're seeing, although we did see a huge shoot upwards with COVID, but that's kind of a black swan event, not something we're going to see on a regular basis. But for the most part, we're going to see it go up. So my recommendation is that we're in short-term real estate investing. What does that mean? It means we want to be doing fix and flips. We want to be doing wholesale deals. We basically want to be in and out of the deal as fast as possible so we can collect our profits and go on to the next one. Now, could I be wrong and you should be buying rental properties right now? Yes, but I believe in buying rental properties when things are as low as humanly possible. One of the things Warren Buffett said is buy real estate when there is blood in the streets. And I subscribe to that same psychology here. The concept basically being we want to buy properties we're going to hold for the long term when prices are hitting record lows. Now, will you miss out on some opportunities? Yes. But if you convert those opportunities in fix and flip and wholesale deals, you're still going to get paid on those opportunities. You just won't get the appreciation that could potentially happen. But here I'm looking at values being the highest they've ever been, and that's been the case for 7 or 8 years now. And if that trend continues, which it may, at some point the lights have to turn out or it has to dim down. Now, there's some places like Toronto right now that are already reporting that they're starting to see these multiple competitive offer situations starting to cool down. As a matter of fact, the economist for the Board of Realtors is basically the National Realtor Association saying we're going to start to see some things slow down. That doesn't mean that things are just going to turn off. It's just going to mean these crazy competitive situations are going to be slowing down. The other thing is that he's saying prices are probably going to hold pretty steady. Prices aren't just going to crash down or anything else like that. That said, anytime we're dealing with a really hot market, I think short-term investments are the way to go. And anytime we're dealing with a market where it is a buyer's market, that's where I think buying rental properties is the best way to go. Hot market, hard to buy properties, very competitive. You want to be investing in short-term deals. Wholesale, fix and flip. If the market is really a buyer's market, meaning the buyer has the choices, the buyer's has lots of selection, lots to choose from, that's a great opportunity for us to be buying rental properties. Now, here's the killer thing. If you are strategic about this and you're buying these rental properties when it's a buyer's market, you're also going to get the appreciation. Properties you buy for a certain price are going to go up considerably over time, plus your rents are going to grow at the same time. So if you want to purchase properties, then you can sell them. One of the biggest regrets I have is that I didn't buy a whole lot more property back in 2008 and 2009. I wish I would have bought 10 times the number of properties I would have purchased. Most of those properties right now have gone up 300%. Some have gone up 400%, and the rents have gone up well over 100, in some cases 200% from what I purchased them for. But you've got to have the long-term perspective, because one of the big mistakes you can make with the real estate is if you don't have staying power, if you're not able to hold on to these properties, if you get yourself over leveraged, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Now, I can tell you back in 2009, my concern was, could it get worse than it is right now? And so I was cautious about getting into these deals because I'm saying, could it get even worse than what we were thinking? And the fact of the matter is it could get even worse than what we're thinking, and that's concerning, so we've got to be prepared for that as well. But in most cases, when you're buying at the low, it's probably not going to go down even worse than that. And if it does, the idea is you buy more real estate at that point in time. So in 2021, what we're seeing is this market being at the peak. Now, if you're enjoying this video, hit that thumbs up button. And I appreciate this question. If you've got a question you'd like to have me answer, type it in the comments below, and I'll create a video just like this for you and for all of my other subscribers. So in synopsis here, the idea is we want to be investing in short-term deals, wholesales, fix and flips, in and out with 6 months, in and out within a few weeks. If we're working on wholesale deals, that's going to be the ticket for us when we're talking about a super hot market like we are in right now. If you'd like to get a copy of my book, you can buy it at Barnes & Noble, wherever the case is, but I'll send you a free e-copy if you just want to text me your email address. Just text your email over to 435-294-0433. I also have a video on the best places to invest in real estate. I'm going to put on the screen here so you can check it out. I also have a blog, what is an average profit on a flipping a house, so you can get some ideas with that, which goes along with our 2021 strategy. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.